The modern city has always been a place of contestation, of struggle, and occasionally of revolution. Just think of Paris in 1870, St. Petersburg in 1917, or Berlin in 1989. But the contemporary neoliberal city is not like this. Instead, it is moulded by a technocratic desire to improve competitiveness, to attract free-floating global capital, to withdraw the state from the provision of urban services, and to marketise all spaces of social existence. This is reflected in new forms of urbanity: iconic buildings, urban megaprojects, engineered festivals, and mediatised international spectacles. The city has ceased to be a space of collective creation and contestation, and has become a site in which financial capital interacts with urban development in search of rents and profits. The political form of urban government in the neoliberal city is characterised by consensual techno-managerialism. In this, real political debate and disagreement has been replaced by pragmatic governance, aimed at the maximisation of market-based strategies and principles. We argue the outcome is the post-political city. However, beneath this veneer of technocratic consensus, the post-political city is marked by increasing social polarisation and political discontent. There has been a rapid growth in urban precarity for the poor and marginalised, while, at the other end of the spectrum, the super-rich find in the city a fantastic playground for speculative investment and hedonistic pleasure-seeking. The outcome is the rise of a depoliticised yet deeply divided city. This contradiction has only become more intense in the context of the austerity policies that followed the global financial crisis of 2008. In the post-political city, real democratic debate has become impossible. The only option for those whose views or voices are not heard or listened to is to take their bodies to urban public spaces to make their existence visible and to make their presence felt. This sometimes takes the form of incoherent urban riots and rebellions, but it also takes the form of new urban political movements. After years of depoliticised neoliberal governance, 2011 saw an explosion of such movements. Think of the rise of Occupy, the Indignados, and other urban politicising rebellions in places like Athens, Cairo, Istanbul, London, Madrid, Montreal, New York, Sao Paulo. These are new forms of politicisation that demand real democracy now. Could they signal a democratic repoliticisation of the city? Might they mark the beginning of a new insurgent polis? How can we imagine and practice different urban futures at a time when radical change has never seemed more difficult, yet has never been more necessary?